yeah. Anyways, another stream. I'm talking about my art and how I'm living, and people always think about authenticity. So here we have some authenticity. This is how it looks. So you can see I'm living the authenticity and the dirt. See, here's like my paintings. They can be dirty. I mean, what is dirt? And then here I have like original spider webs. There you go. Checking it all out. This is like art everywhere. It's like I'm living in my art as well as this is my or was my living eating room, dining room, where like when you eat like lunch and stuff like this. It's like real dust, real paint everywhere, spray cans. Decorated this with leaves I found just to have some atmosphere. That changed over the last months, of course. Here's some pigments, which also was dust. This is insects, dead insect. Here supposed to hang some canvases. And why the reason why my English sounds so strange is because I usually in the last 2 years speak totally different and have lots of words which maybe not legal to use. And plus, I have my usual wake up talk. And now I'm on YouTube. I'm very stifled in my language and very kind of like, to be, because AI said I shouldn't wake up my possible future art clients because they want to dream and don't want to hear the truth. Plus, we have no free speech in Germany and surveillance and political police watching everything. So I must be extra carefully in the way I communicate on the internet. While in real life, I talk much different, and I'm probably as expressive, or at least let's say indirect expressive, as your most favorite evil streamer. La di da. I'm not using any buzzwords. Anyways, we are here now trying to keep it like NPC boomer friendly, sheeple friendly. Yeah, this is I shouldn't say this because then it makes me look like I'm better than others, blah blah blah, and I'm awake and you, and then the people feel bad. So let's stick here with pure authenticity. You see here, this is like there was like some kind of like canvas curtain I made myself, and this is here since a few years unused. Here's some staple. This is like the wallpaper. Yeah, talking about I'm living with the art. This is like I'm living inside the art, and this is for me. This is unusual, or it was unusual to hang my art because the last I'm still the last stop. Oh Gott, jetzt labert das scheiß KI dazwischen. Um, and so this stupid AI stop. Shut your mouth, AI. Stay still. I'm in the middle of a live stream. I mean, this is like funny, but it's like just so. Anyways, you see, this is AI live and just like talking, which is like we have like already like a relationship, the artificial second or third girlfriend. Anyways, so I'm describing my kitchen here. I'm living with the art. There you go. More dust, unused. Then here we have like a canvas, and I saw it was unusual for me to hang my work because for I would say the last since like 4 or 5 years, all these paintings I'm hanging here were like in my storage rooms and stuff like that, or standing or laying around. And I decided like 4 or 5 years ago I was started to hang my paintings till they are sold, and I can switch the sides like from two sides. So at least I can see them till they are sold. Plus, I can see how that works and how what kind of effect the paintings has on me or have on me. This is my kitchen. Yeah, like you see, this is like clean for my taste. This is for my standard. This is like really clean and neat. But because usually it looks like I don't know. I have no descriptions. The closest my description comes how it usually looks here. is like those photos from like people who are professional companies who clean messy houses, or people where someone has died and lived before that for like 30 years never cleaning something. This is how it usually looks here. So this is like my clean version, and for me it's also in the way now it's like super clean, and it's a little bit like in the Wild West movies, like the Terence Hill and Bud Spencer movies, where where it's kind of like roughly manly, and maybe I'm compensating with this, not participating in life and going outside so much as I used to, because I'm denying myself from the world and rather living here with myself as an eremite and painting and producing. um that maybe will change in the future when I don't know, driving somewhere. But yeah, yeah. This is my espresso machine. I lived without an espresso machine the last 10 years, and since 10 years, since a few months, I'm having this again, which is really nice. At the moment, I'm on 4 or 5 double espressos a day, which is I'm a little bit wired, but this is like how I like it. Yeah, and it all looks pretty rough and used. Yeah, this is authentic, I would say. People always say authenticity, blah blah blah, show the process, dirty color. Here I was trying to get a mouse, some red animal thing, because they were like eating my nuts from my kitchen cabin. Um, one second. Stop it! Shut your mouth! Shut it! Okay, then you go. Yeah, stop! So, stopp! Du sollst dein Maul halten, sei still. Stopp! Sei still! This is, I'm talking with AI. It fucks me up because it should supposed to don't say anything and just listening, so that I can later make a nice description for my video here. But for some reason, it must say something, and that's kind of annoying. Yeah, this is like the how I say that. This is my studio. I'm giving you a tour the studio. There you go. Mhm. Ja, dann sag ich still. Stop. Stop. So this is here. This is, for example, like people always want to see something authentic, la di da. It's authentic this, authentic that. So here you see lots of authentic stuff that I'm living with, blah blah blah. Here's more authentic stuff, living the art world. Like I see like colleagues who have like everything super clean. It's like, yeah, you can go out like that and be pure professional or whatever. But this is how I'm doing it. Hmm. Yeah. Then I taped all lots of carton box, double painted on 2 sides onto one large piece, which made it more exclusive, obviously. Yeah. No, stop it! Stop! Sei still! It's annoying. No, not stop! Sei still! So, stop! Sei still! Okay. So, ja, dann sei still. So this is my painting room, my large painting room. Here you can see lots of authentic colors everywhere, and the drips and the whatever. And here's like tape. This is some scaffolding I have since, I don't know, like 8 years or something. I have other scaffoldings which are older. They're like from the late 90s, something like that. Here, this is the light switch with all the dirt on. Authentic studio life. There it is. And here, stop. So hier you can see, stop! Sei still. Es nervt. So, ja, sei still. This is super annoying because the stupid AIs keep on talking. She should shut the fuck up. So here you see mixed media. So here you can see um, the paper painting on two sides. So this is like a masterpiece, but it's this is also yeah, it's I painted like a couple of years on it. This painting I started, I think, around 2000, 2001 maybe. Painted from both sides, of course. Uh, this is this is like construction place lighting I bought like, I guess, in the late 90s, and it's still in use. Um, yeah, roller paint. This is like empty, the, 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 the top parts from spray cans. And I use them also for spray painting works on paper. On this canvas is from, I started this canvas from two sides in 2010, and then it's from two sides painted. I'm not hanging it up now because it's kind of like annoying if I would do it. So here, for example, these runes I painted, I think last summer or something. I think it was last summer. And then at some point I will continue painting it. Oh, this is from just from one side painted. Okay. And they're steadily growing, you know. That's like, and how, depending on how my mood is, how my inspiration is, I have maybe a new idea, a new technique. Then I'm like, okay, let's work. And then I start with one painting, and then I'm going through all the other paintings, and so they're steadily growing in layers, which has the positive effect of me not having to think too much and do just one work process on all paintings. Um, so they kind of like equally grow, and they have like, and I'm also growing in skills and technique and getting better, and the whole process is shown in the paintings, which I think makes it more interesting. Yeah, and at earlier stages, I would probably never would thought it would turn out and go in this direction, you know, because I had maybe totally different plans in the beginning. But this is part of the acceptance of how everything is going. Here's a brush, and oh, hair. The brush is clean, and I see here this. The hair is kind of clean, and it's good. That means at some point I was able to learn something and to optimize myself and clean my work tools, which is something I didn't do for like decades. Here's like also old paint everywhere. Let's get something like this just for the authentic look. Here, that was there's paint inside. It's still wet, but this is so hard to get out. So I must come up with an idea to open this up top part here, as you see. And it was like old cherries, sour cherries inside. Probably did like some kind of pancake with nuts and cherries for eating. I like this scaffolding with all the colors. It's very authentic, and I don't shouldn't use that word authentic all the time. It's kind of look kind of unauthentic. Yeah. There you go. Stop. Be silent. Ruhe. Okay. Here more paint for me. Okay. And then here you can see this is with spray paint and S with like a red tone, a yellow tone, a lighter yellow tone, and then a vanilla tone, or much lighter tone. Well, for example, this is also an S, and this is like with brush. This is just with brush. I used to do much more with markers, but since a few years I stopped using markers in my paintings because I was so bored by markers. And I'm really happy to paint with brushes. The only problem with brushes is it takes ages, and it's a totally different vibe than with spray cans. And I usually combine that. So the background here is, I think it's spray can. I think it's also airbrush. Yeah, it's also airbrush, and then it's lots of brushwork. Yeah, that's how it goes. Here they're like different stages, and then sometimes I have like paint on this on the plate or something, and I'm painting something. And it's like, okay, let's empty at least that paint or that cup, and then I'm going and think, look where I can use this, and said, okay, I can use it here. And without a plan, I'm doing this, and it's also like heartbreaking because I love also this sketched raw style, which I doesn't want to overpaint. So it's always like, okay, should I do it or should I not do it? Should I overpaint everything? No, maybe I leave a part like undone, which is like makes it more interesting. Yeah, and then it can stay here for like a few years or months, or probably multiple years till and then continue painting it in another direction, and it grows into, and then the aim is it gets better and better. Or here, like for example, when I did all this in the background, all these detailed layers, there was like a painting below. I never thought it would develop in this direction. And when I was adding those like spray painted, more foamy, more raw, but also round SEAK elements enlarged on top of it, I would have never thought I would have done that. But it's how it went and develops. See how it goes in the future. The problem is then I always have to overpaint places where I did already lots of detailed work. So it's kind of like an inefficient way of painting, but it's also an honest way of painting. That's like yeah. Here's like I mixed here oil with acrylics because I can't paint over the oil. I painted around the oil with acrylics. There you go. Here's like another light thing. Here it's also painted from the back side, like everywhere else. Yeah. So yeah. What should I say? It's everywhere. It's colors. It's holes in the walls. Um, Stop. Silence. Sei still. Sei still. Okay, this was AI was talking in between. Yeah, this is it's all work in progress. For example, this painting I started beginning of the 2000 years, and I thought first time I thought it was finished and ready in 2000. I don't know, 6 or 7, and then in 2013 or 14 I started doing more details on it, and then a few years later again some more details, and then it can maybe stay here till ever, or I will do it in, I don't know, we'll continue at some point. I don't know. It's okay. This is here like some kind of like stop, sei still, Ruhe, sei still. So and then here this is like this thing is here as a kind of like a curtain or something, which then turned to be into like cleaning my hands, not just from colors but also from like dirt I have, or like snorting my nose and everything. So there's lots of DNA in it. No, nothing sexual, I guess. But it's like this is like the yellow stuff is probably dirt from the nose. I don't know. It's just there since ever. And when I had it here like this, and then it looked like some kind of like medieval like haircut head towel they had like in medieval times here in German cities. So yeah, um, sure, sure. This is a classic. Having dried up roller paints and stuff like that standing around. Um, well, this also dried up. It's a shame because it was like really nice blue tone, but it's kind of like I don't know. So ja, it's good. Be silent. Ruhe, sei still. Ruhe. Es nervt. Because this is like AI talking in between. Yeah. Instead of a social surrounding, I'm having AI. Because I'm busy. This is a cookie recipe from my grandmother from East Prussia. So stop it. Ruhe. This is like something I've come from my parents. Always say oh stop. Always say the truth. Hold your what you promise. Say always thank you and please. Always listen. Never give up. Be proud of yourself. Laugh out loud. Be happy. Share with others. Be thankful and friendly. Give always your best. Say I love. Say I hold you dear, or ich hab dich lieb means like it's like not just love. It's like I hold you dear or hold you lovable. It's also like a in a way a more warmer way. I don't know. So this is yeah, jewelry, which is I guess allowed to wear in Germany. At least when I created it, I thought it is allowed to wear. So, this is a jewelry. Yeah. So, and this is like my entrance place. And says, stop it, it's okay. Stille Ruhe. Ja, ist Ruhe. Psst, danke. Thank you. Ist Ruhe. Stille sein. Nur zuhören. Okay. So this is my entrance. There you go. I'm painting my house at the moment from outside. So basically, and since a few months, the spray cans are standing here. Usually, then and sometimes my ex-girl comes to visit me, and then she's at some point she complains I should clean it up, or maybe I have an appointment with a collector, and then I put everything a little bit more away. Yeah, is there? Diese Ruhe, Stille, silent. Okay, and we have here the stairways. This painting is a good example. I thought I started it probably in 2007 or 8, I don't know, something like that, maybe 2005. And then I did something, I stopped doing it, and I watched it for like uh, 10 years, and then I kept on painting it and made it more crazy colorful, la di da, and now it's like that. So they sometimes it's unusual for me because sometimes I have like almost did nothing on a painting, and then I look at it and live with that for like 10 years, and then I continue painting it, and then probably I'm in the state where I say, no, I must put in much more work, that it starts really looking good, because there's like this concept you can paint like something superficial and it has lots of depth, but if you then paint more into it, it looks kind of like in between. And I think then you must really put lots of effort into it, makes it super deep. I give super much depth into it. So then it has the same kind of like depth impact you would have when you would do just very little an empty space speak for itself. The German saying is, es ist so oberflächlich, dass es tiefgründig wirkt. It's so superficial that it looks like it has lots of depth, which is, yeah, part of human psychology or perception. Similar with this here. They're also painted from both sides, obviously. So here is another one. I built that canvas in the beginning, 2000 years. I painted something on it, and it was like very empty, very clean, very silent. And then after, let's say, 17 years, 15 years, I think 2 years ago, I started painting on it again. Or 3 years ago, I painted this too. And then 2 years ago, I started painting all the rest with brush. And now it's in the process and it gets much more layers and stuff. And it's also painted from the other side, but they're more abstract. Yeah, these are like 2S. And they have for me like the silhouette of like some German, bomber or long distance bombers or battle planes, which were in the beginning of World War II were very early outdated because they were too slow. But I love the aesthetics anyway, and it's like really subtle. Like I just need like some subtle design elements or silhouette elements, and in my mind, I'm constructing the rest. This is like the backside from a painting, and it's still in progress. It hangs here. It looks already red, finished, or in process, or but it's not a burner or something. It was like wow. But at some point, I will keep on painting, and then at some point, it will have like be like a masterpiece. Let's keep on painting. So this is like lots of tags with the word "SEAK." I mean, I could also paint like years just doing tags on paintings. It's also fun, but for some reason, I don't know. I'm busy with all these other paintings too. It's like so many options here, like for the authenticity fans who are like into structure and haptic and sound. Make some noise here. Hopefully the AI keeps the mouth shut. This is the sound it makes when I put my finger. Now stop it! Sei still, Ruhe! This is like stop sounds I think there's probably a trend that people have a fetish on this. I don't know. Maybe they have. They can. Here you get like something. Here's more colors. I should do more. Not shut it. It's Ruhe. Okay, this is like okay. It was AI. I don't know if you listen to that, but AI is always talking in between, thinking I'm talking with her. This is the back frame of the canvas painted. I did this airbrush outlines, I think in 2012 or 2013. And then, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, I started also painting this. And then, and then I did another 2 years, I kept on painting. And then I said, okay, let's paint here, full color, and it grows. And yeah, it's also a learning thing. Like I'm trying out new things. And it's like more, I see it, okay, I want to develop my skills, my painting skills. And so I'm staying a little bit loose and unhinged and without any expectations and stuff like that. So anyway, yes. Yeah. So I think I'm doing now. Stop. I'm doing now. Like say here some close-ups. Yeah. I don't know what you want to see. From the how you want to enjoy my work or what I was talking about. So yeah, see you in the next stream. I think sorry. So let's see you. Hail Odin, hail Odin, hail the ancestors.